In this video, we are going to show in detail the internal operation and the correct way to test the start relay used in the conventional compressor of a domestic refrigerator. This component, although small, plays an essential role within the refrigeration system, since without the relay, the compressor would not be able to start its working cycle. Understanding its operating principle not only allows for more accurate fault diagnosis, but also enables safe and effective repairs. Throughout the video, we will explain how to identify a defective relay, what the symptoms of its malfunction are, and how to check it step by step using basic tools. Function of the compressor relay. The compressor relay is a fundamental electrical component within the starting system. Its main task is to help the compressor motor start correctly by supplying the additional current needed during the first seconds of operation. Once the compressor has started, the relay automatically disconnects, leaving the circuit in normal operating conditions. Although its intervention is brief, its role is absolutely critical. Without that initial boost, the compressor would not reach the necessary speed to compress the refrigerant gas, preventing the system from starting. Therefore, the relay performs a temporary but essential function within the refrigerator's electrical circuit. Operation of the relay. The motors of compressors in conventional refrigeration systems internally use two different windings: run winding, RC, start winding, SC. The start winding, SC, provides the initial impulse needed for the motor to begin rotating, creating a rotating magnetic field thanks to the current phase shift. Meanwhile, the run winding, RC, is responsible for keeping the motor running continuously, generating the main magnetic field that allows the rotor to spin steadily and consequently compress the refrigerant gas. The start relay's mission is to temporarily connect the start winding SC to the electrical circuit precisely at the moment of startup. During this initial phase, the motor requires an additional surge of current to overcome the mechanical inertia of the rotor and the resistance of the refrigerant gas inside the system. The relay allows that current to flow toward the start winding, strengthening the magnetic field and facilitating the motor's initial movement. Once the compressor reaches its rated or operating speed, the relay automatically deactivates, disconnecting the start winding and leaving only the run winding energized, which is responsible for maintaining the continuous and stable operation of the compressor. This entire process occurs in fractions of a second, but its correct execution ensures that the refrigerator operates efficiently, quietly, and without overheating. Symptoms of faults related to the refrigerator relay. When the compressor relay starts to fail, the motor cannot start properly, producing several characteristic symptoms that make diagnosis easier. The most common ones are: A. The refrigerator tries to turn on but fails. The compressor receives power, but since the relay does not activate correctly, the start circuit is not completed. A brief attempt to start is perceived, followed by complete silence. B. High current consumption. Using a clamp meter, it can be observed that the compressor tries to start while consuming a much higher current than normal, a sign of excessive effort without achieving rotation. C. Thermal protector activated. The overcurrent causes the thermal protector to trip and disconnect the power supply from the compressor's common terminal, C, to prevent damage. This cutoff occurs due to overheating of the winding or the relay itself. D. Repetitive click sound. When the refrigerator is connected, a clicking sound is heard every few seconds. This sound comes from the thermal protector opening and closing the circuit in an attempt to protect the compressor when the relay fails to connect the start winding. E. Hot compressor without running. The compressor heats up from repeatedly trying to start without success. Without receiving the start boost, the motor remains static, generating excessive heat until the thermal protector shuts it down. F. Buzzing sound, buzz, followed by a click. This indicates that the motor is trying to start but cannot overcome the mechanical load. In most cases, the relay does not activate the start winding or is internally stuck. G. The refrigerator does not cool, but the fan and light work. There is general electrical power, but the compressor does not start. This is a classic symptom of a defective relay or an interrupted start circuit. H. Burn smell or damaged casing. Some relays fail due to internal overheating or carbonized contacts. A burned plastic smell or melted casing may be noticed, in which case replacement is mandatory. I. Intermittent compressor start. When the internal contacts are worn out, the relay may work irregularly, causing sporadic cooling or sudden shutdowns, which over time can damage the compressor. How to test the compressor start relay. The most reliable method to check the condition of the start relay is to perform a manual start test and verify if the compressor operates correctly. The procedure is as follows. A. Disconnect the refrigerator from the power supply. Take a photo of the connections to make reassembly later easier. If the compressor uses a start capacitor, discharge it with an insulated metal object or preferably with a resistor, since it retains charge even when the appliance is unplugged. B. Disconnect the relay and capacitor. Completely remove the relay from the compressor and, if the system includes one, remove the capacitor also. C. Locate the thermal protector. This device is usually connected to the compressor's C terminal, and its function is to protect the motor from overheating and overcurrent. Disconnect the system wire from the thermal protector. D. Prepare the test wires. The compressor has 3 terminals, C, R, and S. To power the compressor directly, 2 wires are needed. Wire number 1, not energized, must be connected to the thermal protector. Wire number 2 must be prepared with a jumper, creating 2 ends, called A and B. Connection depending on the compressor type. If the compressor does not use a start capacitor, connect ends A and B to pins R and S in any order. If the compressor uses a start capacitor, connect ends A and B to each pin of the capacitor and then from it to the R and S pins of the compressor. F. Terminal identification if not labeled. If you don't know which are the C, S, and R pins, use a multimeter set to the ohm scale and measure resistance between each pair. The highest resistance is between S and R. Lowest resistance is between C and R. Intermediate resistance is between C and S. G. Powering the test. Once the terminals are identified and the connections are made, energize the 2 wires, 1 and 2, from the power line. That is, the common, C, and the jumper, 2. At that moment, the compressor should start immediately. After starting, quickly disconnect wire B from pin S to prevent overheating. If the compressor starts and runs normally during this test, the diagnosis is clear. The start relay is damaged and must be replaced. Otherwise, it will be necessary to check other components of the system.